Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual, guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. Before we go forward with this video, since it's a Sunday, let's see how many likes we can get on this video. This is part 3 of the Q&A session. Let's continue. Another question was asked, will the price adjustment of the ES8 affect its product positioning? What is the plan moving with the brand upward? William Lee said, the fact that NIO is a premium brand has become a market consensus. However, a brand should also have a reasonable price range, always thinking about the customers. And NIO is anchored in the same price range as BMW, Mercedes-Benz, and Audi. Taking the all-new ES8 as an example, both its product definition and pricing are positioned slightly higher than BBA's comparable models. The all-new ES8 is also about returning to its proper position. Of course, NIO is not an ultra-luxury brand. Regarding the second question, rather than moving upward, it's more about maintaining stability. Our direction remains unchanged. Now, he said, it's not an ultra luxury brand. I think he's just being modest. We all know it is an ultra luxury brand. Another question was asked, will the ET9 feature a small blue light? Lee Tianshu feasibility analysis and project approval have been completed. The final step is pricing. The feature is confirmed and will not be delayed. The final pricing has been confirmed. Has the decisive battle begun? William Lee, recently the popularity of large three-row electric vehicles have been very high. Even automakers that previously sold extended range vehicles very well have launched large three-row pure electric models. So remember when people used to say that Tesla only has 2 models? Well, now they realize they must get into other models to capture other segments. During a previous trip to Mount Everest, I noticed that charging stations from extended range vehicle companies have been built at the Everest base camp. What does this imply? He asked. Does it mean that even when going to Mount Everest, extended range vehicles no longer need to refuel? Does it mean that pure electric vehicles can now travel freely? Taking the ES8 as an example, its 777-liter storage space far exceeds that of comparable extended range. This fully demonstrates that with today's technological advancements, the benefit brought by pure electric technology to users have surpassed the benefit of choosing extended range vehicles due to charging inconveniences. The golden age of large three-row pure electric vehicles is coming, has become an industry consensus. And this is not self-praise for Onvo or NIO owned products. It's not self-praise at all. It has started. So another question was, when will a pure electric MPV be launched? William Lee said, if launching an MPV could generate significant profits, we would certainly do it. However, after thorough consideration, we do not yet believe that large families need an MPV. In my mind, I don't think in terms of MPV or SUV categories. Instead, I focus on user needs, putting the clientele first. If the form factor resembles an SUV, then it is an SUV. If it resembles an MPV, then it is what everyone understands as an MPV. So basically what he's saying is, with our ES8 and the L90, you don't need an MPV, the way it's designed on the inside. Excuse me, guys. Another important question. The stock performance is improving. Are investors optimistic about NIO's profitability in the fourth quarter? What capabilities does the ES8 aim to demonstrate for NIO? A very nice question. William Lee said, this shows that investors still recognize NIO's fundamentals in terms of where NIO's management and team can give investors confidence. There are 2 aspects. First, the ability to understand user needs and launch competitive products. Second, systematic innovation. More importantly, how to integrate systematic innovation with user needs. It always goes back to the user needs. This is what will win the day. Another aspect is operational efficiency. Everyone is watching whether NIO can accomplish more with greater efficiency. If all aspects are done well, will follow profitability, he said, will follow naturally. If all aspects are done well, profitability will follow naturally. It's just a natural law. When was the decision made to include the final statement in the launch event? And second question, how about emotional value? William Lee said, I've wanted to say this for a long time and form this view early on. Repeats previous points, no view information. King Li Hong said, we believe emotional value has no hierarchy. Every product has both physical and emotional attributes, but their proportions differ. I think Ladao and Firefly, especially Firefly, which is the lowest priced product, have a very high concentration of emotional value. Of course, their physical value is also high. William Lee said, let me use the Sky screen as an example. It evolved from the first and second generation technologies. Compared to traditional large screens, the Sky screen is actually 3 times more expensive. When we defined it, the main value of the Sky screen was to create an ambience, a sense of atmosphere. Within the NIO brand, it is supported internally because we believe it is what users need. In other automotive companies, this might become a passenger screen. Another question, important question, what can we expect from the ES9? William Lee said, stay tuned. One thing I can reveal is that the ES9 trunk will definitely not be as large as the ES8. What are the new product plans for Q4 and next year? We always want to know what are the guidance and what do we expect for the following year, the following quarters. Will there be collaboration between Ladao and the NIO brand? William Lee said there will be new products in the future. Yes, more new products. No specific timeline, such as the ES9 and L80, which will be launched at the appropriate time. So I hope you guys found this part 3 to be yummy for the tummy. If so, guys, do not forget to hit that thumbs up. It does take a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the games are played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.